In part 1, we explored Tombstone, climbed up to Montezuma Pass, and dealt with a flat tire. We rolled along the border into the Coronado National Forest and made camp. But not everything went according to plan, and day 3 had surprises of its own.
I just crashed my drone.
And the most epic campsite we'd seen so far.
Morning of day 3, we got packed up real quick. I just wanted to head out. We didn't even have breakfast. We want to try and put some mileage in today and get to camp early. We need to catch some sun with the solar panels. Our camper battery's getting a little low. We want time to take showers and stuff today too. And the good news is the tire that was slowly leaking this morning, since it was nice and quiet, Melissa heard the leak. And we actually found it, even though we were trying to look for it before. We didn't see it, but we noticed it this morning, and I was able to plug it. So hopefully that helps us limp along until we get our new tires in a few days. So right now we are on the way to Mammoth, and we will fuel up and get ready to hit the road. There's a dirt section from here to Mammoth, and then another dirt section from Mammoth to Winkleman, and then after that it's all pavement for the most part. So we should be able to make good time and some good distance today, and get to camp early and just kind of sit back and relax and have time to do with the stuff we want to do. So we are going to get on the road and head to Mammoth.
I've always believed a drone brings a unique magic to overlanding videos. It captures scale, solitude, and the story of a place in a way nothing else can. The freedom of perspective, soaring over desert trails, winding through canyons, it's become an essential part of the experience. So when I watched mine drop out of the sky just a few days into the trip, I was devastated, angry, frustrated, honestly heartbroken. I knew what lay ahead: epic trails, remote campsites, the rim of the Grand Canyon, and no views from the sky.
Well, as you saw there, I just crashed my drone. That's why you probably shouldn't try and fly and drive at the same time. I pushed the wrong stick, flew it right towards the camper. It flipped over, and however it landed, it broke the arm, the front landing arm. So that's why you get DJI care, so you can get it replaced. So I don't know what I'm going to do now, but anyway, we're continuing on the dirt section from Mammoth to Winkleman. We stopped and got fuel in Mammoth. Beware, they only have 87 octane there, so if your vehicle happens to be tuned for anything higher, that's the only thing available there is 87. This road here is not bad at all. We have not aired down, and it's actually been quite smooth, which I will probably regret saying out loud. There's a few little washboardy sections like we're going over now, but overall it's not too bad. We'll see how it holds up. We're maybe about a third of the way down it. So we are continuing on down one drone.
As disappointing as losing my drone was, we pressed on, because the road ahead still promised challenge, beauty, and discovery, the kind only Arizona can offer. We made it to camp, night 3. We made some really good time today. That little bit of dirt from... Wow, I am blanking. We made it to camp today. That dirt road was decent. There were some definite washouts that we barely made it through. Hopefully the little puff is at least somewhat blocking out the wind. Looking at the audio, it doesn't look like it's doing a great job. We decided to come back to a spot. I picked a different spot, and I'll show you in a minute why we tried to get there. I just wanted to pause really quick because I realized as I'm editing that I never actually pointed out where the other camp is. It is right there on the other ridgeline across from us. But we made it maybe a third of a mile down the road, and there were just something that we weren't going to make it through with our setup. If you were just in a rig with a rooftop tent, you probably make it over there. We actually made it to pretty close to day 4 mileage today, which is good. We got here early. It's only 3 o'clock now, but I'd say we pulled in here about 1:45. We've just been walking around, and I'll walk you guys around. But there's camp. Not a bad spot. Pretty good view this way, huh? Well, I'm telling you, you are not ready for the view that's behind you guys. Can I tell you how upset I am that I broke my drone? Because this would be an amazing spot to take drone footage. The wind is just now picking up. It wasn't that windy before. The other problem is our camper battery's getting kind of low. I have the panels out, but as you can see in the sky, there's scattered clouds, and of course the sun's behind the cloud now. And we really need that sun to charge the battery. We're down to like 45%. I'm hoping these clouds dissipate, but looking off on the horizon, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Let me turn you around so you can see this view. Look at that. Can you see now why I'm upset about the drone? Granted, the way the wind is blowing right now, which it was not blowing this hard just 5 minutes ago, I probably wouldn't fly it. It's a little too windy, so I probably wouldn't fly it because then I'd lose it. Regardless, it's broken anyway. I can't fly it. This trip's taking some tolls, man, for sure. 2 bad tires to the point where, and the other tires, there's marks in them that don't look good. Expensive. 5 new tires. I do have DJI care, so you know, they should cover the damage to the drone. But the fact of the matter is, now I gotta send it in to be repaired and be without a drone. And I can't even do that till we get home now. We don't get home for another 10 days or so. What's today, Monday? Like 7 days. No, 10. Not this Wednesday, next Wednesday. So anyway, We hope to take showers tonight, but that sun needs to come back out to warm up the solar shower. It keeps coming and going. I might take a shower no matter how cold it is because I'm ready for one. I'd say so far, this one's the winner so far of the trip. Not gonna lie, today hit hard. The drone's toast, the tires are shot, and to top it off, the clouds rolled in just as we needed solar power. Shower, it was cold. Batteries, they're struggling. And yeah, it rained, just enough to laugh in our faces. But standing here with this view, it's hard to stay mad. Tomorrow's coming, and so is the next trail, and we'll be ready. Good morning, day 4. We just passed through Young and filled up with some gas. I got the breakfast of champions, a Jimmy Dean croissant with some Mountain Dew. Just aired down the tires. We are back on dirt, heading up towards the Mogollon Rim. There's a ton of campgrounds out there, so I'm hoping that one of them will let us fill our water tanks. Even if we have to pay a fee, I'm fine with that. We aired down because, as you can hear, this road is very washboardy. But we'll see. We got a very early start. We were awoken at about 5 a.m. to a meowing sound, or what sounded like meowing, right under the camper. So we both got up. We were like looking out the windows, trying to figure out what it was. We could also hear an owl hooting not far away. I actually ended up seeing it finally fly away. It was sitting in a tree off to the side of camp. We checked our trail cam, we had it set up, thought for sure we would have caught it on the trail cam. Nothing. Absolutely nothing on the trail cam. So our best guess is that it was a bobcat and maybe even a juvenile one, and it was hiding from the owl, because when I saw the owl fly away, the mewing stopped. We didn't see anything move. At one point, it sounded like it had moved off into the little bit of grass and stuff that was there. After the owl flew away, we didn't hear it. We never saw anything. And so bummed that we didn't catch anything on the trail cam. We are now making our way up towards the Mogollon Rim. So far, it looks like it's going to be some pretty nice scenery. So we got a very early start. And if we can get up there, I plan on camping up there somewhere. Because we had no sun yesterday, I have battery anxiety. At least in my mind, our camper battery is at critical level battery anxiety. We woke up, it was at 35% anxiety. So again, we're hoping to get to camp nice and early today and catch this sun. There's no clouds right now, so hopefully it stays that way this time. Had it not gotten cloudy yesterday, we probably would have gotten close to 100% before the sun went down. Battery anxiety. Anyway, we were up and rolling out of camp at 6:45. It is 9 o'clock now. We're on dirt. I think it's about 35 miles on this road up to where we want to get. So we should get to camp nice and early, barring any horrible conditions this road changes to. It's not bad, just washboardy in spots. We aired down just for comfort. And yeah, we're gonna get going. Day 4 kicked off with clear skies and high hopes. We were finally heading towards the Mogollon Rim, a part of Arizona I'd never explored before. The road ahead promised new views, cooler temps, and the kind of forested cliffs I'd only seen in photos. And yeah, I was ready for it. So we just made a quick stop. We were trying to find a place to fill our water, and dump our trash. And this place is a little off from the BDR, but it was recommended by a forest ranger because
none of the campgrounds are open yet. It is called the Rim Resort General Store. And oh my goodness, I'm assuming it's the owner, is the nicest guy. I mean, old-fashioned gas pumps. So we got some gas, we topped off on gas, and we asked if there was a way to fill our water tanks. Sure enough, they got a spigot over there, just a donation to fill your water. And we had a wonderful conversation. And they were even nice enough, because I had my Matt's Off-Road Recovery shirt on, to let us leave our trash here. So it was really cool. I highly recommend it. It's like maybe 7 miles off the main route. You can get some gas and then head back up the BDR. Definitely stop by. Get you some gas, some water, say hello to the owner, have a good conversation. There's some snacks in there. Definitely stop by.
So I thought I was crushing it with the mic checks this trip.
Yeah, it's working.
But turns out when we rolled into camp, I was delivering a full monologue to absolutely no one. Anyway, what I was saying here was we pulled into this wide open site just off the forest road. We had planned to push deeper in, but with the sun dropping and our battery still hungry from the cloudy day yesterday, we called an audible. It turned out to be a solid call. We also brought something new on this trip: e-bikes. Just another way to explore a little farther, see a bit more, and mix things up from behind the wheel. So I figured, why not ride down to the rimside site we almost chose just to check out what we missed. About 5 minutes into that ride, with the trail getting rough and rocks getting bold, it hit me. Nope, we made the right call. And now, back to Victor out in the wilds of Arizona.
There we go. Great. How long was that off? So as I'm riding the bike down here, I am... Ooh, that was too much for the GoPro. I am actually really glad that we didn't come down here. Not that we couldn't make it down here, but, you know, it would have taken another hour to get down here. And with our battery being what it was, every minute was going to count for getting it charged back up. So I'm actually glad that we didn't come down here, though I'm sure when I get to the end I'll be rewarded with a pretty cool view. It's very sandy, very rocky. And then it opens up here. I mean, there's tire tracks here. I've seen elk prints. I see a bunch of shoe prints. So I don't doubt people come down here, and we could have made it down here. But I'm glad that we didn't. Like, yeah, here's the end, and I'm sure this view is about to be amazing. There is a camp ring there, a fire ring there. And the wind is gonna get really bad because the wind is coming right up over the ridge here. But holy cow, yep, this is kind of what I thought it would be. Let's go right over here. There's a big fire ring over here too. Yeah, I mean, you know, effort is often rewarded, and that is a pretty spectacular view. Very windy though. It's windy by us, but this is even worse. So yeah, it would have been really neat to come down here, but hey, I still made it down here on the bike. I still get to see these views. And there you have it, the Mogollon Rim. Well, I know this wind is going to be really bad. It is just ripping up the canyon here. I mean, does it get any better than this? And really, this is an area, now this particular campsite, like I said, would not be easy for a lot of people to get to. You have to have a semi-capable vehicle to get down to this space. But I got down here on my bike and it's just spectacular. So I've just been standing here, admiring the view, taking it all in. I'm gonna head back to camp here in just a minute.
This spot, this view, it was the kind of place that just makes you stop and breathe it in. I stood there a while longer watching the clouds cast shadows across the valley below. As the day faded, the winds calmed, and the view from camp reminded us why we do this. We had faced setbacks, burned through some luck, but out here, sometimes slowing down is the reward. We didn't plan to stop at this spot, but I'm glad we did. The light, the quiet, the sky, it gave us a sunset we won't forget anytime soon. Coming up next, the journey gets windier. And colder. And we make one more detour before the big payoff. It was everything I'd hoped for, and on our final night, we camp on the edge. And under this sky.